The Detroit Lions fixed the defense. Dan Campbell came out today and said some things that it's like, thank you. Some things that they're going to do to improve the defense and change going forward after this Chargers game. I'm just like, thank you. There it is. And that's why we love Dan Campbell. A, he tells you things in the media, just a little bit extra, nothing too crazy, but just a little bit extra. It's like, thank you. And then B, we have a head coach that recognizes some things and keeps making improvements. And it's rather now give up all the points and yards and whatever and have these kind of weird defensive games than later on. So Craig, the other guy that hosts this channel, I said to him, what do you make of our defense? And it goes right in line. He's spot on to what Dan Campbell said today in his press conference. He said, when Aaron Glenn has a team's number, he has them. When he doesn't, he doesn't. And that's exactly it. That's exactly perfectly said. When Aaron Glenn knows what you're going to do, schemes you up right. I mean, the Lions defense is dominant. You can go down the wins and in those teams, the Atlanta game, Carolina, Oakland, Falcons, I already said them, Packers. There's a handful of games where it's like historically good. Nobody can run on the Lions. Nobody's throwing the ball. I mean, it's just a lockdown, giving up like 170 yards total offense, right? But when it's bad, Seahawks, Baltimore, Chargers, it's like not even a recognizable defense. So Dan Campbell came out today and said, we need to be sound in what we're doing so that even when we're wrong, we're right. And what he meant, he went on to elaborate that we're trying to get this perfect play. We need to just call a play, run it the best we can, and keep playing. So what you've got is Aaron Glenn, I think, is a very good coach. I think he's very smart, but just call the play. And that's not try to call the perfect play or try to call zone when it should be a zone defense or, oh, shoot. What happens is it's like, oh, shoot, that should have been a zone defense because it was a lot of man crossers and stuff, but we were in man. And he's just playing from behind, and it's always way off. No, Dan Campbell said, we're going to just simplify. This is the call. We have to make a call and live by it. Like, thank you. That's what it feels like. The Lions defense is trying to come up with this perfect scheme play against these teams that they've just out schemed us. The no huddle against the Chargers. Chargers went up tempo, and it just like, oh, there goes defense. Defense can't adjust at all, or not adjust, but just wasn't ready for that. Wasn't ready. Don't have plays ready or something, right? Something's off. The Seahawks game, they're going heavy play action. The run game's not there, yet they still play action us to death. And for some reason, we just wasn't ready for that. And it kills us. The Ravens game, can't even, I mean, that was so bad. Who knows? But let's have a call and live by that versus, oh, shoot, maybe we should have been in man right now. We're in zone. Are we gonna? It's like, play it. Stop trying to scheme up or have this perfect play call. I feel like as a defense, your job is to react to what the offense is doing versus, all right, we got to try to figure out what they're going to do because of one little change that we totally didn't expect. The Chargers went up tempo and we just couldn't get out of our own way or get in their way. And we just had guys running free, man, free as can be. So Aaron Glenn, I think he's a good defensive coordinator. I really do. But I think there are times in games or versus opponents where he tries to find that perfect thing that needs to be working. And it's like, all right, you know what? We're going to call a blitz here. And I don't care what we are blitzing. That's what we are going to do on this play versus, should we be blitzing here? Let's not. And it's just, we're caught in between. And that's how it always feels when we get steamrolled by teams is we're caught in between this. We didn't make the right call there. It's like, there's no way. And defense, you can make the right call every single time. So if you see it right here, the Seahawks are a bad matchup for Glenn's philosophy and scheme, which you've seen the last two seasons. The Ravens, bad matchup. And Chargers were equipped to take advantage of holes in what Glenn deployed last Sunday, a linebacker or a safety covering Keenan Allen. Right. there was just like, how did this happen? Okay, that's fine. This is the play. They caught us in a little something. Let's play it right, and not give up a big play. And then we need to, once things are happening and it's not going on our favor, I feel like that's when, okay, let's blitz. Let's commit to it. Let's just do it. Instead, it's and it feels like he goes back into a base. Let's just go to base, simplify. Let's just commit to something and do it. And don't worry about the opponent as much. Worry about ourselves defensively. And so the Lions defense, I think, going forward, and we'll see, and we'll figure this, we'll find out together. I think they're going to just be more consistent. Are they going to be a dominant defense week in and week out? Probably not, but that's fine. I'd rather us be more level top 15 defense in every game versus just absolutely dominant and then not at all. So the Lions are just going to get back to, let's call the call and play it out. That's what I want to see. That's what we're going to see from the Lions. The defense can be fixed because the right guys are in charge of this and it's going to work. So let me know your thoughts in the comments on this, and we'll see all of you on the next one.